Hello, lamp fans. Well, this week I have a lamp that I purchased yesterday. I actually got three at the same time. Facebook Marketplace, not too far from my cottage. And this is a Farmor, so that's Farmor lamp, and it's out of, I guess, St. Louis. So for more information on this lamp, it's actually on aladdinlampsinfo.com. Terrific website and resource for Aladdin lamp fans, collectors, and other brands of American made lamps. This is basically the website right there. And there's a full write-up about this lamp and the story behind it. So I bought this lamp and I got this English Model 23 at the same time, plus a Model 11, which was pretty junky, but it's got a few good parts on it. And some of the parts were interchanged, so it took me a few minutes to figure out how this lamp worked. I've never really seen one of these in the flesh before, and it wasn't really on my radar, but it is a true kerosene side draft mantle lamp that was produced and was underselling, I guess, Aladdin for price, and I can see why. It's got some really good features and some pretty poor features. This lamp is going to need some major repairs to make it work if it ever runs again. I don't have a wick, don't have the wick riser piece. It's all together from what I gather. They're stapled together. And this lamp was distributed by Sears. It was also shipped to England, Canada, and around the world. I think he was making approximately 35,000 from around 36 to just after the war. Then they shut down after World War II. There wasn't a need for a lot of kerosene lamps. And now this one here is a little unusual because it has the Model A and the patent on it. But it also says, where is it? Oh, I guess, I'm sorry. Model A, patent pending. That's basically all it really says on it. So I Googled the patent and it got me back to Farmor, and that's how I figured out what I had. I had to take it apart. The burner basket is corroded to the point where the threads are coming off, and that's what I'm going to repair. I cleaned it yesterday with a little bit of WD-40 to break things free, and then I used my my blue polish cream on it, and it came out really nice. So definitely the brass and the walnut centerpiece are really nice and really well manufactured, like heavy duty. But I think this is where he cheaped out, is up here on the burner. Now these things claim to have 110 candle watts with a 15-inch chimney. So Aladdin does the same for high altitude. So here are two Aladdins. So here is an Aladdin on the right, standard, a little about 12 inches. Then they have about a 15.5 high altitude. So I think they achieved superior bright for less money just because of the higher chimney and a bit of an overburn. So take this guy apart. This top piece comes off the gallery, and the gallery itself is stamped. This one's in fairly good shape. There's a crack in it one spot. This piece here comes out, which is a baffle. This was actually installed in this lamp, and I pulled it out and I said, what the heck is that? I don't know what that's for. And then when I got on the website, I determined that, oh yeah, you push it through the inside of this, and it just gets held in position by, there's some dimples on there. A little hard to see. There's one there. Missing the flame spreader, but reading the website, they say it's the same as the Coleman Carolite and same as Model 6. So I just stuffed a Model 6 in there real quick just to see if it fit, and it does fit, and it'll work with that. So that'll probably run. But here's the issue that I have here is I'm going to take this apart. And I'm going to shoot this in two videos, like this is the before and then the after. And you can see right here, it is just moving around, like there's nothing holding it. So I'm going to wire wheel this, get rid of the nickel plate that's in the way, clean it up, try to get rid of some of this green corrosion. I'm going to solder this guy up, and you know, solder works pretty good. I should have good success with this. This burner may live again. If not, I'll just keep my eyes peeled for a good used one and replace the burner, because the rest of the lamp is pretty nice. Considered an Art Deco style of the 30s. Aladdin really didn't have anything like that. They were doing glass lamps in the 30s predominantly, and they weren't doing metal lamps like they used to in the past. So anyway, I saw this lamp and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a British manufactured lamp. When I got up closer, I thought it was British because of the plastic knob that's typical of a British manufacturing design, but it's actually a smart design because it doesn't transfer the heat. And, you know, the metal ones transfer the heat, and when you go to turn them off, they can't be hot. So anyway, I'm going to fix this thing up. This piece comes off as well too, so I'll probably take that apart and probably clean everything, and then I'm going to solder it all back together, and maybe I'll shoot an after video of what it's going to look like after the soldering. So that's pretty much it for the lamp. It's chrome quality is really good. There's got some pit marks on it here and there which won't come out, but overall this is I mean, the lamp part is top shelf quality. Burner though, a little on the cheap side, and so was the Coleman Carolites, and it kind of makes sense. Like, why spend that extra dollar on the heavy duty burner if it's only you need it for 10 years? The Aladdin ones, 50 years later they're still working because they have a lot heavier duty bottom. So it uses like a standard, I think that's a number 3 thread pitch for so you could take this burner and interchange it on any of the older style flat wicks and convert it into a mantle lamp. So that was the that was the deal there with this burner, and they sold it on, I guess Sears distributed as well in the States, and they had different types of ceramic bases for them. But this lamp here is a really nice one, and I'm going to get it going. I think I just got to keep my eyes out for a wick with the riser mechanism, and then try to figure out what kind of mantle is going to work. I don't have a mantle hanger, but if I can find one, then I'll make it go. I do see some parts out there and get sold on eBay, and they command a very high value. So I know this isn't a super rare lamp, but it's a nice lamp and it's worth fixing. So anyway, stay tuned and I'll shoot a part 2 video of how it turned out. Thanks, and have yourself a great day.